Hello, welcome back to the third and final in my series of Lego build of this grand piano. So you were with me when I bought the thing, you were with me when I unboxed it, you were with me when I built the cabinet for the grand piano. Okay, here we go with the rest of it. You ready? One final deep breath. Here we go. So can we just take a minute to appreciate how genius this design is? I mean, a real grand piano's got a fair few more moving parts, but broadly the basic mechanic here of a pivoting key that pushes up a hammer that strikes the string above is really, really accurate. And the colouring of the pieces, you know, we've got the beige here, which is kind of like the wood, the thin white veneer that you would get of the Ivorite or whatever the manufacturer uses for the key top, even this little green piece down here for the back rail cloth. It's so authentic, it's so true to what a real grand piano would be. I absolutely love it. Pressed the key a little bit too hard there. Better put that down, but yeah, it's great. I could play with this all day. Anyway, we'll get on with it.
outstanding, awesome, phenomenal. At this point, I just don't know what superlative to use. I think this has taken me about 7 to 8 hours in total to build, and every minute has been so enjoyable and incredibly happy with this end result. I'm sure you've looked on the LEGO site, you know all of the detail about what this thing can do. We've got the lid which can close with the stick, which you can either have long stick or take that bit off and have a short stick. So that can close down like this. The music rest here can fall backwards, just like it would on a real Grand, and then that can come over the top. Even the lid, you get the touch and the angle just right. It does do a soft close, just about. Kind of needs a little bit of prompting, but great soft close piano lid. I think we explored before how if we press the sustain pedal down here, it lifts the dampers off the strings, which is a lot of fun. And the piano stool goes up and down where we twiddle the handles either side there. It's just incredible. So good. Niggles, the same two from one of my other videos, Build 2. They didn't do anything more. There's nothing more that firmed up this door here. It's still a little flimsy, but you know, it's kind of fine. Again, these top 5 strings here, the shortest ones, there was nothing that ended up clamping them at the top, so they do kind of splay out a little bit. They're not absolutely straight. It's a small detail. Maybe some LEGO enthusiasts can tell me, you know, with the key tops here, they're not absolutely straight. My OCD kicks in just a little bit. You can kind of spend a bit of time kind of just gently pressing or squeezing the various bits of LEGO to try and get them as flat and aligned as possible, but as soon as you use the Powered Up app to play a tune, it kind of puts them slightly out of position again, so it's all just a little bit wonky. I don't know if I could have built it better to accommodate for that. Then if we look at the app itself, so you've got this Powered Up app that you can use to connect with the Bluetooth module inside, and you've got various pieces, and you know, this is a lot of fun. So if we play a piece by pressing the play button, it makes all the keys appear to move, and I've got the volume down right now, but that's obviously playing one of the selection of pieces from the app. What slightly confuses me, or I find slightly odd about the piece selection in the app, is not the piece selection itself, but the fact that they've got music, sheet music on screen to represent each of those pieces of music, but the music itself is nothing like what that music actually is. So they didn't even make an attempt to do like a simple arrangement of the piece that is trying to portray, like Fur Elise or Clair de Lune, for example. And in fact, even further than that, if you load up the same piece several times, it appears that it's kind of just like randomly generated piano music rather than anything specific, but hey ho. And then the only other real kind of, it's not a grumble, but it's just a, maybe LEGO marketing department should have just watched out when they used the word playable or you can play a tune. The word play for a musician, particularly a piano player, comes loaded with expectation, I think. You know, if I hear the word play, I can play a piano, it means I can press this note and I will get that note. If I play, if I press a B, I'm going to get a B. If I press a C or a C sharp or a D, I'm going to get those notes sounding out. Now, I wasn't expecting it to do that. I would have been bowled over if there had been any kind of mechanic or accommodation for somehow being able to do that. But on the website, they use the word playable, and if you dive down into the detail, they're more truthful about it. What they mean is you can interact with it. I think interact would be a better word to use. So there is on the app, there is a play function, and again, you can choose a piece of music at this point, and when you press down any key underneath in the mechanism, it raises like a little red piece out of alignment with the optical sensor. And as soon as that happens, then it sends a message back to the app and it recognizes it. It's basically just like an on-off switch. So any key is an on-off switch. which effectively plays a little bit of the music. But you know, that's not a gripe, it's just let's be truthful about what's actually happening there. Honestly though, I'm so happy with this, and it's going to make a great centerpiece for my music room. So well done Lego, and well done Donnie Chen. Brilliant, good work.